the second ever Montco Radio Alumni broadcast. I'm Carissa Mandrakia, here with Matt Porter. Matt, so I hear that there is a second ever broadcast.
You're absolutely correct. Last year we did the first ever Montgomery County Community College, basically Montco Radio Alumni broadcast. And it was such a success that we decided to do it again. It will be on Saturday, April 15th, beginning at 8 a.m. And the nice thing is what we did was we invited back over 2 decades worth of alumni who were part of Montco Radio when it was used to be known as WRFM way back. It used to be in College Hall before this building even existed. And we invited them all back, and it was a great success last time, so we decided to do it again. It's even more shows, more people. It's going to be a great time.
So what are the shows? Are they kind of like a little bit of everything?
You know what? The nice thing about Montco Radio is that it really reflects the diversity of the college. It always has. Montco Radio really spotlights the fact that we don't have a genre to the station. So really, in your time on the air, you can do whatever you'd like. So you get a mix of personalities, you get a mix of music, you will obviously get a mix of different eras of people because we're going back even into about the mid-90s with shows. And so that way, every hour will be something very different. And a lot of the time, what they do in the alumni broadcast is they share their memories of when they were here. They share their time here at Montgomery County Community College, but they will play music a lot of time from that era when they were students here at Montco.
So I'm guessing a lot of fun stories from Montco.
You know what? It's fun because people really seem to have a good memory of it, and they tie into Montco Radio is a club. Obviously, it's something extra that they want to do in their extracurricular time, and so they have a lot of have very fond memories of things that happened in Montco Radio when they were a DJ and when they were a student, and they do relate their favorite stories. A lot of time they get back together. It's very much a reunion in that they may talk online. But a lot of them don't see each other all the time. They get to see each other. They say, hey, remember that time we did this and that and the other? And yeah, it's a lot of that kind of sharing. It's a lot of fun.
Is there any story that really pops out to you that you can think of?
You know what? The fun thing of the first reunion broadcast, which was last year, was really the history of Montco Radio. And they talked about the fact that, you know, when we were in College Hall at the time, it really broadcast to the cafeteria. And if you didn't have that kind of noon to 1 o'clock lunchtime spot, you didn't have a big audience because there wasn't always somebody there. And then in the early 2000s, we switched over to internet. Now, anybody in the world could tune into Montco Radio. So I think really talking about kind of the history of the station and how it grew from really just what would be just kind of a record spinning club all the way up to internet radio, and that's been very fascinating. And I think those memories and how people from those eras, those students remember those times, that was really what I enjoyed the most. Plus, a lot of those stories had never been recorded. You know, there was really no record of, you know, the kind of the history of the club, Montco Radio.
Oh wow, that's so interesting. Yeah, because you think now, you know, with all our technology, everything's recorded. You can like go back and be like, oh wait, let me go on YouTube real quick and see this, and that wasn't like that back then.
The fact that people can listen. I remember when we first went live, and there was one of the station managers who was listening in Mississippi. And he said his mind was blown. He was in Mississippi listening to, at the time it was called WRFM, but Montco Radio. And so those kind of things are great because now obviously you can listen anywhere. If you go to montcoradio.com, you can listen wherever you are. If you have a computer, if you have on your smartphone or your iPod, you can download an app called the TuneIn app, search for Montco Radio, you can listen anywhere on the planet. And we've pretty much streamed 24/7, which is fantastic. The best times to listen are when somebody's live. And that's why this event is so special, because we'll be live all day.
And this is the second ever, so.
The second ever, because the last one was so much fun.
Now, is there anything you think maybe you want to do a little bit different? Do you want to keep it the same?
You know what? The best part is the fact we were able to get more people involved. Last time, it was one of these things we said, would people come back? You know, it's, would they be interested in coming back? Would people listen? And I got even more people that replied. They said, we heard that last one, then when the next one happens, you need to let me know. I want to come on. I want to show. I had people send me a message, say, I was there from such and such a time. I'd love to come back. And that people, a lot of them, they weren't, when they were here as students, we didn't have the internet. So now they're like really excited to come back and do it.
So how many people are doing it this year?
Right now, we already signed up. I have at least 20 to 30 people that are already committed
Oh,
to
wow.
coming in. It's going to be a great crew because every show usually involves a handful of people. We're starting at 8 a.m., going till about 10 p.m. So
Wow,
it's a
so
full
all
day of
day.
shows. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is so cool. So you said 8 a.m. April 15th?
April 15th, Saturday, April 15th.
So if you wake up early, now are you going to do any segments on this or?
I usually join. The opening segment is one of our alumni is Rob Templeton, and he says, look, come on, at least help me kick off the show. Some of them, if they're coming back, they're not as familiar with how to use the new studio. I go in and make sure that everything's smooth. And I last time I was in quite a few of the shows, I really enjoy being in the studio and hearing their stories firsthand as well. So
Yeah, it definitely seems like a fun event. So, all right, everyone, make sure you tune in to Montco Radio. I'm Carissa Mandrakia. You are watching Spotlight.